Coach Cade Cunningham said one of the messages he was communicating to the guys was, let's not get outworked today. How pleased are you with the effort that you saw today to get the early lead, come back at halftime, and then reassert yourself?
I mean, that's the only chance you stand against the Rockets. They are elite at the extra effort plays, and if you don't exceed their effort, you won't give yourself a chance. So I was extremely pleased with the guys, the way that they went out, competed, matched their effort, and did a great job of converting that energy from the loose balls, the defense, the charges, converting that to offense. And for us to hold them to 39 points in the second half, that's elite defensively. So again, hats off to our guys. They did a heck of a job tonight.
How significant is it to 82-game seasons are long, and you go on road trips all the time, but to get that first one against the number 2 team in the West to kind of set a tone for the trip?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's, oddly enough, our guys kind of thrive on the road. Whatever those environments bring to them, I think it just highlights how connected this group is. And they like to play in adverse environments. They like to be put in a situation where, it's Detroit versus everybody. And, when it seems to be that way, we seem to be at our best.
Can you talk about the defensive performance you guys did on Elkman as you go? And of course, when you talk about Rockets, all the attention goes to Jalen. But it seemed like with Elkman, it seemed like you guys really honed in on it.
Yeah, I mean, again, give our big guys credit. JD and Stu, had those assignments one-on-one. And I thought they did a really good job of understanding his tendencies. They played physical defensively and didn't allow him to get to his spots. And then they contested all his shots and did a great job contesting without fouling him, not sending him to the free throw line. So, again, hats off to Stu, hats off to JD. They took an individual challenge and did a great job.
And speaking of JD, can you just talk about how he kind of set the tone for you guys early, especially in that first quarter?
Yeah, he is that, and that's what we ask him to be. How he goes, especially to start the game, typically is how this team goes. So, we put a ton of pressure on him to bring that juice, to bring that energy, and help this team, get off to great starts. Because typically when we get off to good starts, it bleeds through the rest of the game. So, again, he was amazing tonight. Effort was great. Executing coverages was great. Force on offense and defense, he was big time for us.
Really, probably 36 minutes, 40 minutes tonight, the Pistons controlled. There was that one stretch in the second where I think Houston scored 16 unanswered. Just outside of Cade, obviously, really stepped up in the third period. What enabled that bounce back to come out of the gate in the second period?
It was our defense. Again, I think it was similar. I lean on that first unit a ton, and I put a ton of responsibility on them, and they know what their job is, and their job is to come out and get us off to a great start. And I thought tonight, both first quarter and third quarter, they did that as a unit. So, credit to those guys for knowing what was at stake, the job they had to do, and then going out and getting it done.
Coach, it seems like you have no problem kind of getting on Cade, and just like you would any other player on the team. But how do you kind of find a balance on a night like tonight where he has more turnovers and assists, where you hold him accountable but also allow him the creativity to still do what he does?
He wants to be coached. And anybody in this business who wants to reach their potential, wants to be coached. And that makes my job easier. He has no problem with me having hard conversations with him, so we can hold him to a standard. And, most of the time he knows. He knows the plays that he's making, and he owns up to it, holds himself accountable and to a high standard. But, again, 10 turnovers obviously is a lot. But he facilitates the game. And, we've got the ultimate trust in him that when it matters most, he'll make the right play.
Forgive me for asking this probably the fourth time this season, but what else more can you say about Marcus Sasser? It seems like he's always giving you guys that extra push that you need. In the fourth quarter, they cut the lead down to 5, and he went on basically like a 5-6 run himself.
He's fearless, and it's an amazing trait to have for a guy like that can get it going and get started no matter the circumstances, right? There's been games where we haven't played him until the fourth quarter. And somehow, some way, he finds a way, to kickstart us, to make an energy play, to make a bucket. So again, we've got complete belief in him. We know his skill set. It's a microwave-esque skill set. We love it when he's aggressive. His teammates trust him, and he has the ability to get it done.
Appreciate y'all. Appreciate it.